Hello and welcome to Braves Breakdown. My name is Justin Ayers and I am the Communications Coordinator here at North Adams Community Schools. Before we get started, make sure to follow us on Spotify and subscribe to our school YouTube page. Today I am joined by Evan Sovine, who is a senior member of our boys soccer team. Thank you so much for joining us, Evan.
It's good to be here.
So how did you get into soccer?
I've been playing this sport since I was like 5 years old. I started playing Parks and Rec and then slowly moved up and started playing travel. And I've always loved it my whole life and eventually got to Bellmont and I'm still playing today.
What do you love about soccer?
I just love how it brings you and a bunch of other people from your school together. I just like the team aspect of it. It's fun to just go out there and kick the ball around and get to know each other.
Tell me just a little bit about how the team's looking this year so far.
Well, we've definitely lost some key players over the past couple years. So this year I would say is more of like a rebuilding year. It's kind of like a shaky start so far, I'd say, but I'm hopeful for the rest of the season and hopefully we can get a couple wins.
What's it like being a senior leader coming in during a rebuilding year?
It's definitely different. It's we're getting this sort of perspective from it. It's nice helping out the young guys and getting them ready for the next couple years and showing them how it needs to go and the disciplines and stuff that comes with a sport with so much conditioning.
Who are some of the other leaders on your team?
We have Daniel Vogel. He's a left wing. He's a captain. Jake Hackman. He's a junior. He's in the midfield with me. He's a big leader. He was a captain last year. Some new players on the varsity team is Henry. He's a big player. He's put some goals in this year. And Tawfiq Ali. He's put some goals in as well.
Who are some of the younger guys that we need to be excited for or keep an eye on over the next few years?
We've got Malachi Sovine. He's a freshman coming this year. He's been putting in some work on JV, but I think he definitely has some good potential for a varsity in the next year after that. And Colin Ripley, he plays the same position as me and Jake, so he doesn't really get much varsity time, but I think once Jake leaves, he'll be a good aspect there in the midfield.
Describe what a practice looks like for you.
A general practice would be like we all show up, we're standing around for a bit talking, recapping about our day, and then we get into a nice little warm-up stretch, pass the ball around, whether we do some dribbling or shooting drills, and then we get into the actual core drills where we do some possession or finishing drills, and then we end the practice with a little conditioning.
What does conditioning look like for a soccer player?
Conditioning for soccer is definitely the more intense than other sports, I would say. We condition for 2 months over the whole summer. We show up and we'll condition for an hour and a half, and it's some pretty intense running, whether it's long distance, short distance, timed.
So is it a little more cardio, or would you say you do some muscular stuff too?
Soccer is definitely more cardio. The soccer team doesn't really hit the weight room much. I think we should, but we don't really. It's definitely a lot more cardio demanding.
Tell me a little bit about what a game looks like as a member of the Bellmont team.
We just, show up, we watch the JV, we cheer on our JV team, and then about halfway through we go and start getting ready and warming up and getting ourselves hyped up for our game. And then we just go out there, do the walkout, get introduced, and then we start playing.
So how do you hype yourself up?
Usually the coach brings everyone together and we just start yelling and going crazy. He has this new thing this year about letting our inner dogs out because we needed some hype at the beginning of the season. We had a little rough start, so we came to a practice and he needed to try to do something to get us more motivated to play because we really weren't trying at the beginning of the season. So we all sat down and talked together, and basically he told us to imagine a dog on a chain, and we had to let that dog loose. And so, that's what we've been thinking about, and I think it's definitely been helping for these past couple games. The games have been a lot closer. I think we've been putting up much more of a fight.
Can you tell me a little bit about Coach Trebek and just what it's like to play for him?
Coach Trebek's, I think he's a great coach. He's been coaching at Bellmont for the past 6 years, I think. He just knows what to do. If we have any questions for him, he knows the answer. I think he's a great coach, and he's an asset to the team, definitely.
What is your favorite thing about your team?
My favorite thing about the team is just how close we are. I think a lot of us are all friends in school. You know, we always say hi to each other when we pass by in the hallways, and we're all really close, and everyone likes to joke around, everyone likes to mess around, and it brings a good environment to the practices and games.
Is there anything you guys do, like outside of standard practice and games, that really brings you together?
Yeah, so basically every year we have this tradition where during our most conditioning dense week, on the last day we go out to breakfast. It's I think it's the last week of the summer. We all go out to breakfast at the Pancake House, and we also we do other things. Sometimes we'll go to other people's houses and play, just hang out, play games, do whatever, and I think it really brings us together and makes the team stronger.
How does Coach Trebek help contribute to the team chemistry?
I think Coach brings a lot to the table when it comes to the team chemistry. He likes to get involved with us, and he also knows what's going on around the school, so he can joke with us about that. And it makes everyone more loose. Practices aren't really tense, and everyone's just happy to be there. No one's afraid of Trebek. We all love him.
How has a sport helped you grow as a person?
I think soccer's helped me grow as a person a lot because, it helps me balance school and sports. It helps me become better with my time management. So I think just having soccer there as a backbone, always having it there, it helps me to know how to use my time and know how to work with other people.
So what would you say to somebody who's considering joining the Bellmont boys soccer team?
I would say they definitely should. I would say if you're in school and you're looking for something to do afterwards, you're bored or you don't have a lot of friends or you have trouble making friends, I would say come out because everyone includes you right away. We get new guys all the time, and within the first couple practices, they're already a part of some friend group on the team, and we're always including them. We're always talking to them. We don't leave anyone out on the team. So yeah, I would say if you're looking to make some friends or just get some physical activity after school, it's a great thing to do.
So I've always kind of thought soccer is a lot like baseball, and how you mentioned it. You've been playing since you were very, very little. What would you say to somebody who hasn't been playing since they were very little, who's maybe scared that they're behind because of it?
Oh, I would say there's no problem at all. And there's definitely been some people that have come that haven't played at all, and they start fitting in right away. No one on the team cares that you haven't played before, and there's not that many people that's played for as long as someone like me. Some people care about it more, but it doesn't make that big of a difference. You learn how to play and use the ball very quickly. Soccer's not very complicated to get good at. I would say it's hard to get great at, but to just get good and learn the basics, it's a very easy and simple sport, I would say.
What do you think that young Evan playing soccer would be most proud of you for right now?
I would say my younger self would be proud that I became a captain, because I've always been a quieter person that never really wanted to do anything that had to do with leadership. I just always wanted to be the guy that just was in the background and just played for fun. But the fact that I could become a captain and lead a team like Bellmont, I'd be really impressed with myself if I saw where I was today.
What was it like when Trebek told you were going to be a captain?
It was really exciting. When he pulled me over at the Anderson camp, I was really excited. I was ready to lead the team and have some authority over everyone because I feel like I know the sport really well. So yeah, I was happy to get ready to lead everyone.
Were there ways when you initially joined the team that Trebek was getting you ready to be a captain?
I would say yeah, because he knew I did travel and stuff, so he knew I had the knowledge of the sport. There's a couple times he'll talk about me and Jake having a lot of knowledge when it comes to soccer, and I feel like him hinting at that made it a clearer opportunity for me to become captain. And I feel ever since the start, he whether it was helping carry the balls or grabbing the water jug, it was just always being a leader and standing out.
And how do you think that as a player Trebek has helped contribute to your own personal success?
I think Trebek's really helped me individually as a soccer player, because he's shown me the best way to work with a team and lead a team, and he's just been a great backbone whenever it comes to my personal development.
Well, thanks so much for joining me today, Evan, and giving me a look into what it's like to be on the boys soccer team.
Of course, thanks for having me.
And that is all for this episode of the Braves Breakdown. Be sure to follow us on Spotify and subscribe to the North Adams Community Schools YouTube page. We will see you next time when we speak with a member of our girls volleyball team. Have a good one, Bellmont.